Hey everybody, hope you guys are having a lovely, lovely day. I wanted to focus this video on a topic that a lot of the job seekers I work with will bring up, which is how exactly do I pitch myself in a very, very short period of time to an employer? People know how to work in an interview. And you might be really great at working in an interview in that face-to-face, answering questions, presenting all of that. But what really tends to, stick in the craw of a lot of people and cause a lot of fear and a lot of anxiety is what if it's literally a boss or a recruiter or someone who says, tell me what you do. Tell me the value that you can provide. And in, let's say, 30 seconds, you have to somehow encapsulate your career, your worth, and your value to this company. How do you do that? So I want to share a very, very simple kind of formula that you can use to break that down, create your 30-second pitch, and get it into a place where it's going to be ready, willing, and able to sort of do the job when it's called for. This 30-second pitch is, by the way, going to be one of the most powerful and effective tools that you have in your toolbox. It communicates huge, huge confidence and self-knowledge. So it is definitely something that I recommend no matter what your industry is, no matter what your seniority level is, you really need to seriously consider doing this because it's going to help. So step one, create a branding statement. This is one sentence that encapsulates the value that you're going to be providing. Here's an example. Who are you? I'm a pharma sales leader with 20 years of experience launching new products into the marketplace and achieving multi-million-dollar targets. Here's another one. Who are you? I'm a chief physician executive with 3 decades of global clinical and administrative experience. Do you see a running theme here in these examples? You want something that is effective, that goes to the heart of the most value that you can provide, and also that isn't shy. You want to avoid in this first sentence, right, which is going to be the start of your 30-second pitch, you want to avoid any hemming and hawing, you want to avoid any hesitation or anything that sends a signal that you really don't know what you're about. They want to know that you know what you're about. They want to know that you see the value that you're bringing to the table. So that's step one. Create a powerful one-line branding statement that perfectly encapsulates the best of what you do, the highest level of what you do. Step two, come up with 3 supporting examples. These can be from your recent work history, these can be based on training, these can be based on almost anything in your career, but they all have to support that branding statement. So for example, in the first one of my examples was, a pharma sales leader. So in that one, if this guy, hypothetically, he could use as some of these. At my last job at Takeda Pharmaceuticals, I launched XYZ product into the NYC marketplace. We saw this much uptake, this much revenue within the first year, this much within the second year. That's big proof. Same thing if you're a chief physician executive. In my last position, I helped this organization achieve Joint Commission International Accreditation. I implemented the following electronic health record systems. I drove these changes. So you want 3 of those examples. Again, very short. None of these are huge, things, and you don't have that time in 30 seconds. You just want 3 pieces of proof to add credibility to that branding statement and kind of add a little dimension in terms of what you do. So again, just to reiterate, step 1, branding statement. Step 2, 3 examples from your career that support that branding statement. And then finally, step 3 is you turning it over. And you're going to turn that over by offering one sentence that talks about where you want to go next. For example, I really want to join a tech startup in the live entertainment space. I really want to work for a world-class healthcare organization that's moving in this area. I really want to work for a pharmaceutical company that has reach in this market because I'm an expert in this market. So the third piece is you giving one line that turns it back to the person asking the question and really puts the ball back in their court. One thing that you really want to remember when you're pitching yourself in 30 seconds, the goal is not to close down the deal. There's no way. You're never going to close down a deal in 30 seconds. The goal is simply to open up a conversation. Open that discussion. Spark interest. Get someone thinking well of you and thinking highly of you. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I think this is what really trips up a lot of people is when they're talking to an employer or a recruiter or what have you, they get freaked out because they think, if I don't say the right thing, then I'm out of here. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that when you're pitching in 30 seconds. All you want to think about is, do I have enough great hooks to spark interest and communicate value? If you do that, it doesn't matter if it's 100% fit, you're going to have a conversation going, and then you can take it, in the direction that you want to take it. So again, I just want to reiterate these things. Step 1, create a powerful one-line branding statement. Step 2, find 3 supporting examples, very brief, that again establishes your credibility and adds proof to that branding statement. If you have any metrics, numbers, that's good as gold here. And step 3, turn it back to them with one line that talks about what kind of company you want to be a part of, what your next step looks like, where you want to go next. That's the 3 steps. Break it down there, and you're going to have the meat of your 30-second pitch. And then the other side is just practicing. Practice, practice, practice. Practice as much as you possibly can. Practice it with friends, practice it with family, practice it, on an iPhone, recording, see how it goes, how confident you are, how smooth it is. Keep it lean, keep it flexible, but keep it always in the back of your mind, because it is a very, very powerful tool that you can use to edge out the competition and really show that you understand where you're coming from and the value that you're providing. So I hope that that's been helpful. I hope that you utilize this. Let me know how it goes. I want to thank you for learning with me, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. Thanks again.